What's up YouTube, DMLX here, and today I'm going to throw my hat in the ring about the theory of Master Ava being Kairi's grandmother. This has been a popular theory floating around the Kingdom Hearts community for quite some time now, and there's actually a good amount of evidence to support this potential connection between Ava and Kairi, besides having similar personalities and physical features. What's interesting about the Kingdom Hearts series is that the importance of family doesn't take center stage. Instead, the series focuses more on friendship and the strength of heart. Although, it's not like the idea of family is non-existent in Kingdom Hearts. For example, we hear Sora's mom in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Sora! Dinner's ready! Come on down! Sora?
Killing me! Get the f*** out of my room! I'm playing Minecraft!
Riku mentioning Sora's dad in Birth by Sleep. Terra viewing Ericus as his father. And there's even the revealing Union Cross that Lariam and Strelitzia are siblings. But for the most part, relatives are rarely touched upon in the Kingdom Hearts series. This is probably for the sake of story and wanting to keep expanding the overall lore, rather than keeping it contained in a small bubble. However, this thought process may change if Kairi's grandmother turns out to be Ava and becomes a prominent character in future Kingdom Hearts games. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now there's one major moment in Kingdom Hearts that supports why fans think Ava could be Kairi's grandmother. It's when she tells the story of light and darkness.
Hey, Grandma?
What is it?
Could you tell me that story?
Again, dear?
Please.
Very well, then. Long ago, people lived in peace, bathed in the warmth of light. Everyone loved the light. Then, people began to fight over it. They wanted to keep it for themselves, and darkness was born in their hearts. The darkness spread, swallowing the light in many people's hearts. It covered everything, and the world disappeared. But small fragments of light survived in the hearts of children. With these fragments of light, children rebuilt the lost world. It's the world we live in now. But the true light sleeps deep within the darkness. That's why the worlds are still scattered, divided from each other. But someday, a door to the innermost darkness will open, and the true light will return.
A moment in Kingdom Hearts that's been done multiple times throughout the series. First in Kingdom Hearts 1 when Sora experiences one of Kairi's memories in Traverse Town, then in Birth by Sleep after Aqua saves Kairi, and during the opening/tutorial of Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key, which in my mind clarifies that the story Kairi's grandmother is telling relates to the events of Kingdom Hearts Key. With that being said, if the events of Kingdom Hearts Key took place hundreds, maybe even thousands of years before the events of Birth by Sleep, how could Kairi's grandmother know about the first Keyblade War living in Radiant Garden all her life? It's not like Radiant Garden is a base of operations where Keyblade wielders coexist with the locals, like Daybreak Town, Skylight Kylum, or even Land of Departure. However, it does seem that Radiant Garden is open to visitors beyond the world's borders, case in point Mickey being good friends with Ansem the Wise. So I guess meddling in this world isn't a big issue compared to the worlds inhabited by Disney characters. Well, there are exceptions to every rule, I guess. Anyways, seeing that Kairi's grandmother is the only resident of Radiant Garden to mention the story of light and darkness, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and believe she knows more than she's letting on. Furthermore, if Ava truly is Kairi's grandmother, then one must ask the question, how did she end up in Radiant Garden? Well, I believe there's one possible scenario that could have taken place. After the Keyblade War, it could be possible that Ava might have jumped to a different world line. World line is a Kingdom Hearts phrase used when someone not only travels through time, but also ends up in a different world's timeline, like how Subject X ended up in Radiant Garden, or how Ventus ends up meeting Master Xehanort in Birth by Sleep. For example, in Dream Drop Distance, even though Sora and Riku are in separate versions of the same world, the flow of time is different. It could be possible that Ava decided to seek refuge within Radiant Garden, left behind her days as a Keyblade Master, and lived out the rest of her life in peace. And boy did she live a long life. I mean, if Master Xehanort is in his early 80s during Kingdom Hearts 3, then Kairi's grandmother has to be around her late 80s to early 90s at best, which links back to what I said during the intro. We don't even know if Kairi's grandmother is still alive. You'd think Kairi would go visit her once in a while now that she has the capabilities to do so, but to be fair, Kairi was training to use the Keyblade during the events of Kingdom Hearts 3, which turned out to be a complete waste of time because when push came to shove, she got cold feet when confronted by Terranort, snatched up by Mansex, and got backslashed by Master Xehanort. Not a great way to represent being the descendant of a foreteller if you ask me. Moving on, another clue that could support Ava being Kairi's grandmother is the absence of Ava during the epilogue in Kingdom Hearts 3, where we see the rest of the foretellers meet up with Lucio at the Keyblade graveyard. Her absence during the Lost Masters reunion could link back to the scenario of her jumping to a different world line and not wanting to take part in the Master of Masters' grand plan. However, we do see Ava's black chess piece at the end of the epilogue, suggesting that she'll make a return and fight alongside her fellow Keyblade wielders once more. On top of that, this could explain why Lucio took over Brake's body in Radiant Garden to keep an eye on old Lady Ava. With that being said, I'm sure by the time Kingdom Hearts 4 rolls around, we'll know the fate of Ava and whether she truly is the grandmother of the Princess of Radiant Garden. So let me just think in the comment section down below, do you believe Ava is Kairi's grandmother? Or is possibly a descendant of a dandelion? Or just a regular old lady that knows her history? Let me know in the comment section down below, and if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, it really helps me out. Subscribe for more content from me on Kingdom Hearts and other games in general. I'm DMLX, I'll see you in the future.